Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you all an update to my Dragonic Overlord Cardfight Vanguard Overdress deck profile for post-Triumphant return of the Brave Heroes. With the latest Overdress booster set, we got new support to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the set Awakening of the Twin Blades, with new forms of Dragonic Overlord the End, Burning Horn Dragon, and a bunch of other cards to support the Dragon Empire nation as a whole, which supports the Dragonic Overlord cards for these rebirth nations. It's really awesome support. Can't wait to make the updates for Phantom Blaster Overlord and Majesty Lord Blaster as well, so look forward to those decks as well. But until then, we'll go ahead and start off with my favorite of the decks from the set, being Dragonic Overlord, with the new Dragonic Overlord the End. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So for the ride deck, we're still sticking to the standard ride line, which is Lizard Runner Undo, with when rode upon, if you went second, draw a card. Our grade 1 is Embodiment of Armor Bar. When this unit is rode upon by Dragon Knight Nahal, you counterblast 1, search your deck for up to 1 grade 1 card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. So very useful for being able to add, just a Sentinel to your hand with this card, with Nahal being when rode upon by a unit with Overlord and its card name, call this card to rear guard. It really helps because then on rear guard, it has the additional ability, which we'll get to because we do run more than just the one in the ride deck in the deck, with our grade 3 being Dragonic Overlord. Along with the Persona Ride power, this card also has immense restanding capabilities, which is also made use of in the deck, along with its cross ride. I guess you could call it a cross ride, but that's what it initially used to be, and that is Dragonic Overlord the End, the newest card from the 5th booster set. With this card on Vanguard, during your turn, if your soul has Dragonic Overlord, this unit's drive cannot decrease from card effects, and it gets plus 5,000. So also on the Vanguard circle, once per turn at the end of the battle, this unit attacked, counterblast 1, discard 2 cards from your hand, stand this unit, and it gets drive -1 until end of turn. So what's great about this card is you should have the ride line Dragonic Overlord in your soul, so then you won't miss out on the drive -1 from this card. You'll have a twin drive with each of the restands, and it doesn't have to hit, it just has to be at the end of the battle this unit attacked. It is a once per turn, so remember that, but still a great setup card to rely on, and immense pressure against your opponent, because along with the fact that it does have the Persona Ride ability, you can ride another the End as well, and then have that Dragonic Overlord in your soul to follow up with. For the additional backup that I run in the deck, I also do run 3 still of the original Dragonic Overlord. With this card still having the pressure on rearguard during the battle of the unit attacked or rearguard, your opponent cannot call cards from their hand to the guard circle. So if you need to just take out one of your opponent's pesky rearguards with this card as a backup on the rearguard circle, you can do so quite easily, since your opponent cannot guard cards from their hand to the guard circle to block that attack. And still having the option of counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand to stand this unit and gets drive -1 until the end of the turn. You really want to go into the end as fast as you can. That's why we're running 4 copies of this card and why we maxed out the numbers, but still a good backup one to rely on and to potentially Persona Ride into. For the other cards, that's it for the grade 3s. We'll move on to the grade 2s. I am running 3 Dragon Knight Nahal, along with the 1 in the ride deck. I like to run 3 additional copies of this card. When this card on rearguard, once per turn, if you have a Vanguard with Overlord and its card name, you can Soul Blast 1. This unit and all your Vanguard get plus 5,000 till end of turn. So it just has to have Overlord and its card name. So cards like Dragonic Overlord the End work very well with this card as well, increasing their power. So along with the End's own plus 5,000, you can have another plus 5,000 thanks to Nahal. Just make sure not to Soul Blast the Overlord that's in your soul, having Dragonic Overlord in its soul, needed for the additional plus 5,000. And also you'll miss out on the, non-minus drive check thanks to that card. For the new grade 2 from the set, I'm running 4 Burning Horn Dragon. When this unit is placed on rearguard, counterblast 1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with Overlord and its card name, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. If you did not reveal a card, countercharge 1. So this is your searcher for your Dragonic Overlord the End. Being able to have that searcher means you'll just ride into that grade target that much more quickly. And on rearguard, when your Vanguard with Overlord and its name attacks, this unit gets plus 5,000 to end of turn. So along with the potential Persona Ride that you can do with your Dragonic Overlord, you'll get the plus 5,000 when it attacks, when it restands, attacks again. So if you did Persona Ride along with the 2 plus 5,000s, you'll have this card at 30,000 power alone for a pretty pressured hit against your opponent. And for the other grade 2s, I'm running 4 of the new Perforate Burner Dragon. When this unit is discarded from your hand during the battle phase, put this unit into your soul, choose one of your units, and it gets plus 5,000 to end of turn. So either your Vanguard can get an additional plus 5, or even that Burning Horn I was speaking of before, putting it at 35,000, or even 28,000 for your Vanguard alone if you didn't get a trigger. And the discard will come in the form of discarding for either one of your Dragonic Overlord grade 3 units on your Vanguard for the restand cost. With the last of the grade 2s for the deck being 4 Berserk Dragon. When this unit attacks, if you have a Vanguard with Overlord in its card name, it gets plus 5,000, so end of battle. Then counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or less rear guards and retire it. So just a way to take out your opponent's other rear guards that your Vanguard, whether it's Dragonic Overlord, may swing into, or just that pressure that you may want to clear out some of those other rear guards on the field thanks to some of your other cards. And that is it for the grade 2s. For the grade 1s, I'm running 4 of the Twin Buckler Dragon. Just the Sentinel choice still having the guard restriction. You will discard quite a good number in this deck. So as long as you have some resources to protect against your opponent with just the 1 Sentinel in hand, not having to pay the discard cost, you can easily keep that other one in your hand to block another powerful attack your opponent may have. With the other numbers, I did have a pretty big grade 2 count just because the grade 2s do focus a lot on just protecting against my opponent. So for the other grade 1s, I'm running 2 Dragon Monk Gojo. When the Vanguard attack hits, this unit boosted hits, you retire this unit and countercharge 1. You do counterblast quite a bit in this deck with cards like Dragonic Overlord at the end for that pressure, or even Dragonic Overlord, Berserk Dragon, or Naham. So having a means to countercharge is why I like this card. It also, when the Vanguard attack hits, that it boosted. So you can only really have it behind your Vanguard. That's why I'm only running 2 of this card. For the last of the grade 1s, I just run 2 Stealth Dragon, Fushimashi and Madoka. On the rear guard or guard circle, if your opponent's drop zone has 4 more cards, it gets plus 2,000, shield plus 5, and if it has 8 or more, it gets an additional plus 5 shield. So great from the guard hand as a 15k shield if your opponent has 8 cards, so it's great for the late game play. If you didn't want to run this card, you can always put in 2 more Gojo just so you have better chances of opening up this card for the potential boost and counter charge plays you can do. And that's it for the grade 1s. We'll now move on to the grade 0s. For our trigger lineup, I'm running 7 criticals. So 4 of the Burning Flail Dragon, just for the card ability of putting into the soul to have more Soul Blast cards for Nahal. And 3 of the Conduct Spark Dragon. I just feel it's the most fitting critical trigger to have in the deck with the Dragonic Overlord theme. And also, I run 4 of the Flare Veil Dragon as an additional shield card against your opponent if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater. I thought of front triggers, but you can hit some pretty big numbers alone. I just need that hand consistency for the discard if I need to invest in a field and then also have that play. I can rely on this draw trigger to do so. And then lastly, I'm running 4 of the new heal trigger, which is Stealth Fiend Amavera. When this unit is placed on guard circle, if your opponent's attacking unit has attacked 2 or more times this turn, this unit gets plus 15,000 shield until the end of that battle, making it a 25k guard shield. So with your Vanguard's 13k, it could be 38k, making it quite difficult for your opponent to block against unless they get an over trigger or multiple triggers also. With the last trigger being our over trigger, the Drag Veda, with the restand power for our Vanguard, just makes it so the end can restand again and then attack again, having a total of 2 restands for this deck altogether with no drive check minuses. So 6 drive checks in total if you reveal Drag Veda during that sequence. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoy the video. Definitely happy with the results of the Dragonic Overlord at the end deck. I can't wait to play test it and definitely look forward to some matches against some of the other decks from the set with it also. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira Qualia out.